Hello and welcome to Let's Play Space Quest 1, the Sarian Encounter. If you watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I like sci-fi, I like comedy, and I like Sierra games. So it shouldn't surprise you that much to learn that the Space Quest games, which are sci-fi comedy Sierra games, are amongst my favorite games. Unlike when I did Police Quest 1, I'm actually gonna play the VGA remake here. This is for two reasons. It's because the VGA version is actually the first version of this game that I ever played, so it has more nostalgic value for me. And also because this game has awesome music. As with my previous Sierra Let's Plays, I'll be recording the music from my Roland MT-32, so you can hear it the way it was meant to sound. Much better than the ad-lib version. Alright, let's begin. Gotta wait for the game to send some programming data to the MT-32, of course. And it's giving the insert Buckazoid message on the MT-32's LCD display. As we join our story, the crew of the Arcada is returning home to Xenon after a successful mission developing the star generator. Exhilarated by their accomplishments, they are oblivious to the fact that a sinister craft approaches rapidly from behind. A somewhat spastic resource droid blows by in a tiz. Perhaps you could provide some relaxation therapy instruction to reduce its level of tension. Yeah, people, that's as close as you're gonna get to a Gary Owens impression. Gary Owens, for those of you who don't know, is the narrator in Space Quest 4 and Space Quest 6, and he's awesome. Unfortunately, you'll have to do with me in these older games without voice versions. You're startled by the sound of an alarm. Breaking through it, the intercom crackles with the frightened voice of a technician shouting that the Arcada has been boarded by unknown intruders. The transmission ends abruptly in a soundstorm of white noise, soon overtaken by the cold din of silence.
Destruct sequence is engaged. 15 minutes till destination.
Uh-oh, that does not sound good. It's also the only digital speech in the entire game. No better way to start off a game than with a time limit. Well, at least unlike King's Quest 3, this game actually tells you that you have a time limit. And it is kind enough to actually pause it as long as you have text on screen. Or bring up the icon bar. This game pretty much works like every other Sierra game, except it has two icons that you may not have seen in other games. Smell and taste. These icons serve absolutely no purpose whatsoever, except to give you some humorous comments, and there are a lot of those, and I'm gonna try and show you as many of them as possible, but also try and keep some sense of progress. So if I miss some of the ones that you thought were really funny, I apologize. The intro actually doesn't really do a good job of explaining the backstory. Apparently, the short version is that this planet Xenon, its sun was dying, and so they developed a device called the Star Generator to turn a dead planet into a new sun. And this ship, the USS Grilled Chicken, the Arcada, was sent to test it. Unfortunately, some bad guys named the Sarians, who were flying the giant space grasshopper, got wind of this and they want to use it as a weapon, sort of like the Genesis device in Star Trek 2. So, they've now captured us. And we are playing as this guy. It's you, Roger Wilco, janitor sub extraordinaire. Doesn't that just make it ordinaire? Anyway, yes, we are a janitor, which is rather an unusual role for a hero in a game to be cast as. Not just any janitor, we are not a very good one, and also a very lazy one and a stupid one to boot. Yeah. This is the access device to your favorite area of the ship, the closet. Because we were actually taking a nap in the closet on shift. Hence the reason why we survived this attack. Unlike this guy down here, who was rather less lucky. Well, let's see where we are. We're gonna have to get out of here as well. Before the time limit runs down, preferably. Otherwise, we are dead. Before we do so, however, let's raise the detail, because, I mean, this computer is 20 years newer than the state-of-the-art when this game was released, so it should be able to run with maximum detail, and we're gonna increase the speed a bit. Not too much, though, because I still want to be able to actually see what animations look like. Alright. You are currently loitering on one of the upper deck hallways aboard the starship Arcada. And yes, it is actually pronounced Arcada, it says so in the manual. I thought it was Arcada for a very long time, but it's apparently Arcada. The light's flashing. Let's see. That seems to ring a distant bell. Oh yeah, now you remember. It means that all the living things now aboard the ship could die due to some disaster situation that currently exists. Whatever the case, some personal height preservation is in order. You aren't on that level. Oh, okay. We're not allowed to look at things that we can't see, which is sort of against convention in these kinds of games. And like I said, we can smell and taste things for no particular reason. The odor you're producing causes you to regret skipping last month's shower. Not everything has a smell, as you can see. You take a whiff and notice a smell common to electronics which haven't had power applied to them in quite a while. So having red alerts declared is apparently not a common situation aboard this ship. Taste also works on various random things. Better not, you're likely to get a fur ball. Boy, was that a bad idea. Your tongue now bears a residue left behind by adventurers who, like yourself, have shown a need to press various and sundry organs against the sign. Great! Oh well, we'll see if we can get off this ship before it blows up in the next video.